YouTube, Prowler0308 here. Just wanted to shoot out a quick video of a rant on Dell, and in particular Dell Financial. After being a loyal customer for well over 11 years and purchased, I think, 8 different computers, including laptops and desktops, as well as a couple Alienware setups from them. They decided that because I moved and have a new phone number, that I no longer have access to my Dell Financial account, which, like I said, I've used that particular account or credit card several times in the past. I've always paid my bill on time and or early, and paid my systems off early. So thanks, Dell, in that, I had ordered a $3,200 computer from them, and they lost that sale, and further purchases of their products for life for me anyway. Not that the Alienware system is a bad system. I really enjoyed it. I like to replace my components or computers or systems every couple of years. The idea was that I actually had another Alienware Aurora setup similar to this on order with Dell, and I was going to reformat the hard drives on this particular unit and hand this down to my son. However, because of Dell, I will no longer be purchasing from them, and I had to decide on a different route. So what I've chosen to do is actually build my own system, which this will be my first time building a computer. However, there's some great sites on YouTube that you can watch. It will walk you through step by step, and that's actually what I did on this site. For this particular build, is I got a lot of similar components that the site was showing, and I'm following it step by step. So let's take a look at the components that I got. This is actually going to end up being like a 2-part video. I will kind of document through photos the buildup of the system, and then I'll probably run some type of slideshow on a separate video showing the installation of the components, etc. I am still waiting for a few parts, so we'll catch that when that comes around. But for right now, you can kind of see what I've started with. Running a Gigabyte motherboard, the ultra durable 3H, or as you can see there. Along with that, I'm running an Intel i7 4770K processor CPU. I'm also running an Intel 240 gigabyte solid state drive that will contain my operating system. 1050 watt Corsair power supply. I'm also running a 2 terabyte Seagate desktop internal hard drive. We're also running a Blu-ray DVD writer in the system as well. We're going to run with 16 gig of memory, as well as the GeForce GTX 760 video card. Now I'm still undecided. I may try to run 2 of these video cards SLI, so that I can have some quicker, cleaner graphics. We'll see. I haven't quite decided. I'm going to Bismarck this weekend, so I may purchase another one of those from there. And I'm stuffing all this inside Corsair's I believe it's Carbide $500 series case. What I'm waiting on is my software, which is I'm going to run Windows 7. I'm not a fan of Windows 8, so I will forego the Windows 8 and stick with Windows 7 Professional. Along with that, I've also ordered a liquid cooling system that will fit right down on top here. You can see that it's already set up for that. And it'll be the Corsair system that's matched to this case. Pretty big radiator on it. It'll run dual fans on there. So it should keep the system cool, because my plan is, with the components that I purchased, along with the cooling system and everything that I've got, I think I might try to overclock this or have somebody do that for me. I haven't quite decided. But anyway, as you can see, I've kind of got my build going on here, and it might be hard to see with the lighting as poor as it is in here, but right now I don't have anything hooked up. I just got everything kind of installed. I'm waiting on my cooler to show up. That'll be my next step. So in the top tray here, I've got my hard drive, my solid state hard drive Intel. I got that in. I also have, which this is really cool with these toolless designs on some of these cages. That one obviously I had to put in some screws, but not a big deal. Down here is where my 2 terabyte drive is going to be sitting at. Again, toolless design, pretty cool there. I got up here in the top will be obviously where my Blu-ray is. You can see I got the Corsair power supply, which the 1050 watt I should be able to run just about anything I want at this point and be fine with that. My old system had a 750 watt power supply and I really didn't have any problems with that, so this should do just fine. I've also got the Gigabyte board in there. As you can see, I'm not going to touch it because I don't want to get any finger oils on the chip, but there's my i7 4770K Intel chip. There's my RAM in right there. Got that set in. And like I said, the cooler will come down and we'll meet up with that CPU right there. And then I've got my 2 slots, one for sure if I decide to run my video card, or if I run the second SLI setup, then I'll run the second video card down here. So that's kind of what we got for right now. And like I said, the plan is that I will document this through photos, throw up a separate video on YouTube with a slideshow kind of showing the installation of each component, and then I will do a final fire up video and probably try to do a Windows 7 install video if I can on this and go from there. But anyway, yeah, so thanks Dell for not taking my money. You actually saved me almost $1,000 on this build, and this is pretty much exactly what I was going to do in the Alienware setup. And because I ordered all the components myself via Newegg and Best Buy, I got this whole setup for just over $2,000, whereas this same setup through Alienware Dell was going to be about $3,200. So pretty happy about that. And you know, like I said about Dell, you know, I'm kind of upset about that I was a loyal customer and I was treated that way. And it wasn't so much the product itself. I've never had a problem with any of my Dell products. And there was even some frustration on some of the customer service reps that I spoke to, which after spending 2 days on the phone and I don't know, 15 or 20 different reps through that process, you know, there was a couple that were obviously just as frustrated as I was. They were able to look back in the history and see how many computers I purchased and how much money I've spent with them and everything that I've done. And like I said, just because I moved and have a new phone number, in fact, I've moved 5 times in the last 7 years with the company I'm with, and that's to different states. And I don't recall every phone number and every address that I was at. You know, obviously I could get the addresses with the phone numbers. I mean, those change so often. And because of that, they decided that I was no longer worthy to have an account with them. So that said, you know, they've lost a customer that, you know, over my lifetime I could have probably spent $80,000 to $100,000 in product with them. But I will take my business elsewhere. So anyway, YouTube, you guys have a good night, and we'll continue these videos. I'm having fun with them, you know, and we'll see where it goes from there. Thanks. Bye.